What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. Today guys, we have got a pretty unique squad builder, something that we don't see very often because obviously people like to win and this isn't always the best way to win. But we're going to be building a non-top 5 league squad builder, or squad so to speak. There are 3 icons in this team which obviously aren't part of the top 5 leagues, which are heavily regarded as the Premier League, the Italian League, the Bundesliga, the Spanish League and the French League. So I've got on the bench only also players from the top 5 leagues, from outside the top 5 leagues, just because I want to keep the theme of the first 5 games like that. But before we get into the squad builder, guys, first of all, if you enjoy the content and you wouldn't mind dropping a thumbs up, it would be very much appreciated. Second of all, I did complete Foot Shapeshifters Bartra last night. So not only do we get the, what is that, a centre forward's cam card? Hell yeah, that's my third untradeable one. We're stocking them up. But we also get the Bartra himself, of course, of no use to us for my first 5 games of this weekend. And with the FUT Player Days coming, and in fact, let me show you guys the screen. Of course, by the time this video is live, FUT Player Days will already be out alive and kicking. From memory, FUT Player Days last year was just re-release of old cards. So there you go. It starts in 2 hours, 35 minutes. I was expecting Copa Libertadores promo this Friday. The new cards have been leaked, so to speak, or they're in the database, and they look absolutely fantastic. But with the FUT Player Days, EA have already given us 2 things before 6 p.m. The first one is Icon Moments Riquelme on loan, 7 loans. You just need to assist 4 goals with through balls from Argentinians, win 3 matches in any game mode, and score 3 goals using La Liga players in any game mode. So, with at least 3 Argentinian league players. So you could do these against your friends, like no problem at all, take you like just 10 minutes. And they've also released FUT Player Day Weekend League. Climb the ranks in Weekend League, complete these objectives to earn untradeable rewards. And I do like this, and then of course I also have my complaints about it. So the first one is win 10 FUT Champs matches to earn a player pick pack containing 1 of 3 FUT Champions players from all of the Team of the Week, up to Team of the Week 25. Win 18 is to get basically the same thing, gives you an 87 plus guaranteed player pick pack from all the Team of the Weeks up to week 25. And if you win 24 games of Weekend League, you get an 88 rated player or higher guaranteed. And of course, if you win 24, you get the 18 and the 10 as well. So it's wins all round, which is obviously very, very nice. And then after that, like, I don't know for me personally where I'm going to go with this. I don't know. Like, I definitely will get 10 wins. I will probably play to 18 wins. And depending on how much time is left by the time I get to 18 wins and how well I'm doing, that will determine whether or not I push on for 24 wins. We've only hit 24 wins once this weekend league. This game cycle. So we've hit 24 once, 23 once, and 22 twice when playing the weekend league all the way through. So I can hit it, but I hit it so early on in the day or in the game cycle that I don't know if I'm still available to do that yet. And especially due to the fact that for the first sort of 10 or 15 games, we're going to build some fun squads and try and have some, fun. So I might just play towards the 18 one anyway. But to get into today's squad, like I said, guys, we do have 3 icons in today's squad builder. The first one is going to be Van der Sar. The second one is going to be Bobby Moore. And the third one is going to be Ian Wright. And I basically need those icons just to link up all of the non-top 5 league cards. So that is the start of the squad. This team does get 100 chemistry, and so 8 of the 11 players are not from the major 5 leagues or icons. And I suppose you could build a non-top 5 squad and just have 11 icons, or 9 icons and some of the other really, really good players. So the first player that we're going to add into the club, guys, is actually going to be Kent. He's going to be playing over on that right-hand side with Ian Wright. He's only going to be getting 7 chemistry, but that's okay for me. He already has top pace, great dribbling in the areas that he needs it for chemistry boosts anyway. Obviously, reaction and composure would be a nice boost too, but it's okay that we can't get those. We usually use him as a sub anyway, so I'm quite happy to have him in. And then at centre-back, we've got quite a risk, actually. We're using this Coates card, the ex-Liverpool player. He's bad, right? I mean, his sprint speed isn't terrible. His passing is like just on the borderline of nearly acceptable. His dribbling stats are woeful. I mean, 33 agility and 32 balance are absolutely pathetic. However, his defending stats and his physical stats aren't bad at all. So hopefully we can just make good use of him. And I gave him a Sentinel chemistry style. It's just the best thing for him. And then in at right back, I had to complete, I was trying to save every league SBC to complete them all at once. I had to go and complete the Saudi league because I needed Aguirre back. So I'm going to have to redo the Saudi league to get back there. But I don't mind too much because Paderborn right now are like genuinely impossible to complete. EA have upped the price range of some of the Paderborn Silvers to 15k instead of the 10k that they were at. And they're still extinct. So I'm not paying. Paderborn is looking to come towards 150, 200k for one team in a full league SBC. I just refuse to do it. So I'll either pack those players untradeable or I'm not going to do it anyway. So we've got Aguirre in at right back, and then in at left back, we've got ourselves the Tagliafico card. We actually have some games on him already. We played 58 games with this card, and he is pretty decent. The anchor chem style on him is real nice, and I went for a backbone on Aguirre. He has decent pace already, and again, somebody in the comment that we had in yesterday's video about what is meta because it's pushed to being meta made me just think twice about even chem styles. Why keep giving chem styles that are heavily boosted with regards to pace? Why not try some chem styles that aren't just boosted for pace? And so we don't have a single shadow on our back line. We've got a sentinel on a guy who's already extremely slow, a backbone on a guy who has already well-rounded stats. Into the midfield alongside Kent and Wright so far, we're going to be having Acuna is going to be going in there, although we're going to be playing him right there. And then in at the other centre midfielder, we've got his tag team partner from the same club and the same nation, and that's Battaglia. And so Battaglia does have an anchor. He is going to play one of my CDM roles. He's got good skill moves and weak foot as well. 3-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, medium high, 6'2". Obviously, his agility and balance are a little bit low, but the rest of his card is real nice. And Acuna, I am going to keep on a basic chem style. I'll show you why when we got the full team together so you can see the full boost. I think you can probably guess who's coming in at left mid already. It's going to be Quincy Promes, 1 to watch card. Again, we've actually got some games on this card. 71 games, 21 goals, 16 assists. That is mostly a substitute of a player, but 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, good agility, average dribbling, average physicals, really nice shooting and passing, really nice pace. He'll be one of the guys that gets subbed off. Kent will probably be one of the guys that gets subbed off as well. So we've got Orsic, Balassi, Hulk and Corona for the attacking roles. Ziyech as well to come in there. Then we've got Yamaguchi and Phillips in case we need any midfield or defensive roles in there as well on the bench. And then up front at striker is going to be the Wayne Rooney flashback card. I have to get him into the team. This card is so good with the games already played with him. 11 games, 14 goals, 6 assists. He is a wonder card. For me personally, I like him a lot. So that's the team and the chem styles that we're going to be using. So there's no hunters, no shadows, nothing really boosting too much pace. And in fact, even for Ian Wright, a lot of the boost here is about his agility and balance. Shooting's already so good. But when we look at Acuna with a basic, he gets +4 on sprint speed. I could get +5s on these if I just convert him to a cam. But +4 on sprint speed, +4 on attack positioning and shot power. Volleys and penalties are irrelevant. And it's a really nice boost, like on average on passing. Good short passing, long passing and vision. Dribbling, ball control and agility is nice. A good defensive boost in the right defensive stats and a good physical boost. So generally speaking, this is the team, guys, and what we're going to be using for today. And then in for the custom tactics, we are just going to be playing 4-2-2. We're going to be playing balance, 3 depth, 3 width, long ball, 5 width, 5 players in box, and then 1 corners, 1 free kicks. And then for the actual setup of the team, we're going to have Rooney and Wright up front, Promes and Kent in at cam, and then Acuna and Battaglia in the CDM roles. And for instructions, we've got drift wide and get in behind for the 2 strikers. The 2 cams are on default. Everything is absolutely as normal. The 2 CDMs are stay back while attacking and cover center, and the 2 fullbacks are stay back while attacking. And that is going to be the team, guys, that we use in the next 5 games and wait around, I suppose, for the 6 p.m. content and see what they actually do. So let's get into the gameplay. All right, guys, as we get into the gameplay, 4 games, I tell you something, this new player pick for Weekend League has brought people back to FIFA. I know that people seem to think that this is EA trying hard because of PES, but let me tell you, this sort of stuff that EA have here isn't the sort of thing that they can do on a whim or do in a day as a knee-jerk reaction. These sort of things, as much as they still make mistakes and stuff, take planning and take time to put together, to get licensing for and to have put into the game and such, right? So it's definitely a case of, it's it's definitely a case of this has been planned. Last year, EA did the FUT Player Days where they did something very, very similar to what we've got going on today as well. And so this isn't like whatever people think it is. What I find weird, right, is I'm getting tweeted a lot right now. Lol, EA, like, you know, desperate right now. They're doing anything they can. I thought this was what you guys actually wanted. I don't understand why this is a negative. If this is a knee-jerk reaction to PEZ getting some viewers or getting some hype or, you know, selling some copies or whatever, and it's making EA stand up and do something different, is that not a win? Why would we be negative about that? I don't personally understand. Anyway, couple of comments. The first one from Alpha Batch. He says, have to respectfully disagree regarding Morales. Nep, 200 plus goals for me so far. And hey, man, fair enough for you, right? Like, that's one of the beautiful things about this game. And one of the things that I notice from the way I play versus the way Skills plays, for example, is that different players suit different people for different reasons, right? And so for me personally, I didn't like Morales. And of course, I can only speak on my personal opinion. I can't speak for everyone else. And I think for you guys, you quite often ask me, what do I think of a player? How do I think of this guy? How do I think of that guy? You know, when I got Ian Wright, for example, everyone was like, what do you think about Ian Wright? And the truth of the matter is in spite of the fact that I have scored a lot of goals with Ian Wright, he sucks, right? I just know how to use him. And so, yeah, for me personally, that Morales card was not the best. But if you enjoy him, go ahead and enjoy him, man. Don't let me take that away from you. That's why I've built this team that we've got here. And why tomorrow we're going to be using as many of the new cards I can fit into a team. Like, I went and bought that Adebayor stupidly as well. With double price packs and stuff, I knew his price was going to crash. Now, I bought him for only 50k or so. And he's currently 45k. So I could sell him now and take the 5k loss. I'm just going to commit to it. I'm just going to hold on to him and keep him. But silly for me, wasting coins there. But yeah, fair enough. And then George Mant says, can you clean and sell your club and make a team that will get you 30-0? I can make 100 teams that will get me 30-0. I still won't get 30-0. I'm just not, like, maybe I'm good enough, maybe I'm not. Maybe I need favorable matchmaking or something like that. My bottom line is, and my worst, I guess, trait is the fact that I struggle a lot when I'm nervous or under pressure or when adrenaline, you know, gets running. Like, I can only imagine the first time I ever got Elite 1 in FIFA 17, I had 2 games left to get Elite 1. You know, I could potentially, I think Elite 1 then was 34 wins, I believe, out of the 40 games, of course. So I had 2 games left, and I came into this first game, and this guy was horrific, right? He had like an 80 chem team, low-rated golds. He was shocking, and I lost because of how nervous I was. I was, like, honestly, sometimes I do it in draft as well. In fact, in yesterday's Draft the Glory episode on the main account, I remember going down to a guy, I think even 3-0 I went down, or even 2-0 I went down to this guy. And I was rushing my play, and I was just saying to myself, just slow it down, man. Just, like, play your game, pass the ball around. Every time you rush for an attack, you give the ball up, you get either countered and concede or get countered and you know, he has a chance. So slow it down and get back into the game and try your best, and end up coming back into it, and he ended up rage quitting by half time because I end up smashing him, right? And I do that a lot. Like, I get in my own head, like, way too quickly, to the point where you could give me the best starting 11 in FIFA with full attribute cards on, and I still wouldn't go 30-0. I need to get over how I deal with pressure or high intense situations before I ever consider getting even like Elite 2 regularly again this year, you know. So yeah, I don't think cleaning my club out will get me 30-0. Mark Snowden says, excellent effort on the road to glory, 9 million coins in a stat club, well played. Well, thank you very much. And I've got that drive again now to carry on building it because of these fun teams. Despite of the gameplay or how it makes me feel or anything like that, I'm enjoying these new teams, these different teams, these unique teams. Like, how many times have you seen me use a team like this in FUT Champs ever? The answer is never, and we're still winning games. So I'm still quite happy with that. And then last but not least is from Saka. He says, creating emotional attachment to non-meta players is a reason I'm still enjoying this game. I have an expensive main team that I play in FUT Champs, but I also have a fun squad based around players I have an emotional attachment to. With the way EA has created their game, we as a player base need to find our own ways of fun. I absolutely agree with that. This year I took Bastos, regular 82 cards to see how many goals I could score with him until the next FIFA. At the moment, he's played around 170 games with 190 goals and 90 assists. We'd love to see Net pick a player at random and force a connection to that card to bring back the fun and enjoyment of this game. Well, interestingly enough, there's probably about 20 cards in my club that I'm thoroughly attached to. Mostly cards that I've just enjoyed playing with or have fond memories of in real life or whatever, or just that I have fun with in the game. So, for example, this Kent and this Rooney card, I love them both a lot. I'm very emotionally attached to both of them for different reasons. You know, Kent has become a bit of a club legend. The problem is that if I use Kent and Rooney in every team all the time, that's now 2 of my 6 slots in the midfield and attack taken up. And in fact, because of the way I always have 2 CDMs or defensive-minded players as well, that's 2 of my 4 attacking players taken up every single team all the time. And that, for me, is something that I'm not personally ready to get on board with just yet. But I am enjoying... I don't mind making different teams all the time and such. So there you go, guys. There's the 4 games of gameplay for you. We're going to go in and get our ultimate pack, our free ultimate pack from the login bonus right now. Hopefully you enjoyed the gameplay, and I'll be right back. All right, guys. So there was 4 games worth of gameplay for you guys, not 5. Just because this Copa Libertadores and player days content has just been a lot and good. So I want to get involved in this straight away. I ended up going 4-0. That one game was tough, man. I won it 6-5. That guy was so aggressive and so offensive. I think he was playing 4-2-4, all-out attack. And I did manage to just about beat him in the end. So, yeah, EA have released like a lot of cool stuff. We're going to start with this ultimate pack that we get for logging in 156 plus days since the game came out. I have seen people get lots of trash out of this and lots of good out of this. There's also half-price coin packs, which we might engage in a couple, and like half-price other packs. So we've got a walkout, but it's a blue walkout. Is it going to be good? No, it's Spanish. It's going to be bad. Centre back. It's PK. I mean, that's not terrible. I don't know. Like, we could have some other cool things in here, I suppose, since he's 88 rated. But from those Copa Libertadores cards, I don't think so. So what have we got? Yeah, we have. So we've got 2 of those brand new trash ones. So for these guys, there are 800 of these. Throughout FUT 20, over 800 base items for CONMEBOL, Libertadores, and Sudamericana eligible players will be added to the game. These are pointless, right? These are just more pack fillers, which is quite frustrating. So sadly, we only got an 88 PK from our free ultimate pack. I hope you guys got served better than me. And I suppose that's a good way to showcase further that there is no red list for me. There is no special content creators pack account or anything like that. Otherwise, I would have ended up hitting an icon or something else massive out of this pack right here. And of course, we didn't. So if ever you needed further proof, there it is. But yeah, so there was 50k pack lightning round at 6 p.m. I assume there'll be 100k lightning round at 7. If the player prices are decent value, so the rare mega packs, yes, 27.5k for a rare mega pack. I think it's worth it. I really do. Like, you have to get, like, even if you get stupidly unlucky, you'll still make most of your coins back to the point where I think it's worth the punt. But yeah, depending on how expensive these really good Copa Libertadores cards are, and we get an end on Bele there, some contracts. See, we won't make like crazy amounts of coins back here, but we'll make some coins back here. I just think it's worthwhile, man. Like, you know, half price coin packs. I know, and that's what EA want you to think as well. They want you to think it's worthwhile because of the fact that it probably isn't, and you're doing it with coins. But if we can get like a Tevez or a Lopez or something like that, and we're going to get an inform here, which straight away is 10k back. So we only need to make 17k out of the rest of the content to get ourselves what we need. And we've got a couple of 83s in there as well, which is quite nice. Hopefully some good consumables, some alright consumables in there, and a few other bits and bobs that can go down well. And so with this new boosted team, the kickoff team, I think EA are calling it, a lot of the players have silver base cards, which I'm really excited about, because for League SBC grind and for silver pack method, all of a sudden we can now start hitting these pretty cool cards out of the silver packs. There's a Cam to Centre Forward card, that's okay, although in general that's a pretty bad pack. So I don't know, is it worth me spending coins on this? I think it is. And when the 100k packs come out as well, I may well buy 1 or 2 or maybe 3 or 4 100k packs, because you get 2 for 1, right? You get another one, you can save them, you can open them whenever you want. And you know, it is so easy to make coins in this game that I just think it's going to be worth it. Now, sadly for us, the Footbin don't really have a good update yet on the cards or their prices or anything like that. So it's taken, maybe it's just too much content that has actually been put out there. But that Adebayor, for example, he's only 58k. That's crazy. So I probably won't go into special packs then, guys. If these cards are going to be so cheap, and Adebayor is a silver card as well. So yeah, we really didn't get very much out of those packs. The 1 in form only. Yeah, Adebayor is 58k. Polenta, the centre back, is 96k. The other centre back is coming in quite cheap as well. These cards might be a lot of fun to purchase and play with, because I can't see them staying that cheap, if I'm being honest. But that's where we're at, guys, and that is pretty much going to be the end of the video. Maybe as Prime World Players Pack, I don't particularly value these ones, but this is going to be where the end of the video is. So for tomorrow, I'm going to put together probably a Connor Bowl team and play some more Champs games with that, and test out some of these players, get towards our 18 wins as quick as we can, and go from there. But for now, guys, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.